guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Heather. I'm a homeschooling mom of 3 kids, elementary, middle, and high school age. And recently I had a question about some homeschool planners for students. And so I did find a couple of planners for students from the company Not Consumed. They do a lot of Bible studies and they do have homeschool curriculum. I briefly looked at these and I thought that they looked really interesting, not too much involved in the actual planning, which is super helpful for kids. So I wanted to share these with you. I got both the high school and the middle school planner. If you had seen my last video, I had purchased the Passionate Penny Pincher academic planner, which I really liked. And I thought maybe it would work for Jack. It is geared more towards public school students, and I stupidly got the cover design. Instead of there's like just a blue cover with the year on it. But I really did like this planner. I really like that there's the checklists, and I liked that it had the fun holidays written throughout the calendar, but it isn't something that I think my son is going to use. And I wanted to see what else was out there. For my daughter, she's going to be using an Erin Condren Compact Vertical. She used this last year, and I love this. It works perfect for how we do our planning, which is in list form. I list out what she needs to accomplish for the week. She plugs it into the days, and that is how we do planning for my high schooler. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk through these planners and share my first thoughts. I haven't even opened them, and I really didn't look at them too closely on the website either. So this is the Not Consumed middle school planner, and Not Consumed, like I did mention already, is a Christian company. They do a lot of devotionals, and I actually have some devotionals and other resources that I've purchased, and I will share those in a later video. So if you're looking for a secular planner for your student, this is not it. So it does have this little ruler, measure your life by God's standard, and it is nice for a bookmark or a ruler, however you want to use that. It has a place for your name and for the year. And I don't know if they had like different types of covers. I feel like there were a couple of different types of covers for both middle school and high school, and I just got the most neutral version. This is not cardboard. Maybe it is. Maybe it's like a laminated cardboard, but it's pretty heavy, and it does have this O-ring, wire O binding, which is not my favorite, but for a student, I think it's totally okay. It has a place how to use this book. Pray first, learn how to use this book, pick a date, make some plans, put it on the calendar. It does have some stickers, some little icon stickers, science, school, field trip, clocks, calculators, just some little decorative stickers, sports, music. And then it does have some more stickers. Oh, it has many pages of stickers. Okay, so here's another page of stickers. Book due, Not Consumed, concert, remember, chosen, study this, God chose me. I'm not sure that Jack would be a big sticker user, but perhaps. There are 3 sets of month stickers, and I think that is because this is an undated calendar. Some more appointment, dentist, doctor, don't forget, big day, party, balloons, oh happy day, Easter, Palm Sunday, Christmas. Okay, and then you move into planning. This tab says planning, and it has an About Me section. This is very small font. This planner, I'm not sure the size of the planner, but it is, well, this is an A5 size, and it's a little bit taller than A5, so there you go. I'm not really good with sizing. Some favorites: color, food, drink, subject, book, song, place, game, activity, time of day, holiday, friends, from the Bible, book, person, verse. And then you have a section for annual goals: mind, body, spirit. What would you like your life to be like when you're 40? What would you like to be doing in 5 years? What would you like to be doing this time next year? list some specific ways you want to grow in each of these categories this year. I really, really like this. If you've listened to any of my videos, I do a lot of goal planning, and I do try and incorporate my older two kids in making lists of goals and intentions, at least seasonally, sometimes monthly as well. We do vision boards at the beginning of each year in January, and that kind of helps guide me as I'm planning our next homeschool year, as well as finding resources for interests that my kids have. So I really, really like this part. And then there is a section for first semester goals. I like how they are breaking it down. Like, what is long range? What do you want it to look like long range? Then a little bit shorter, and then next year, and then what do you need to do so that you can keep getting to these places. So that is really interesting. And then you have some first semester goals, and you can circle either mind, body, or spirit, whichever icon, some specific steps to achieve the goal, and then why you're working on this goal, and listing the goal out here. I probably should have started here. You write your goal, you circle mind, body, or spirit, why you want to work on this goal, and some steps to achieve the goal. So some not quarterly action plans, but semester action plans. I really, really like this. We did talk a lot about goals when we were reading The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens this past semester with my older two kids. So then you have second semester goals, which is really good. Habits, what are some habits, good or bad, that you already have in each area? And then it says a habit is the best way to make progress on your goals. Make a list of the habits you can develop or break to help you achieve your goals. Write as many as you can think of. We recommend that you work on 1 to 2 habits at a time in each of the 3 areas of life. Once you've got those down, add in more. I really, really like this. Habits to work on first semester, habits to work on second semester. And I do kind of do this with my daily habit tracker for the kids as well. This is just a free printable that I created several years ago. I will leave a link for this in the description box if you're interested. But what I use this for is to create rhythms in our home, and also to kind of see what we're doing each month in our homeschool. So I'll list all of the subjects, I'll list specific chores, I'll list other things. If the kids have something new that I want them to work on, or that they want to work on, we will list that. I wouldn't say add 100 things to work on, 100 new things, but this just kind of helps us get our rhythm down for the school year. And I really like this habits section. Then you have year at a glance, and the calendars are blank. You have 6 on each side, so you could use those stickers back here, I think, to label here, and perhaps these colors, since this is kind of like a goldish color, or tan, I don't know what color it is, it would work here. And you can label them however you want. And this is good to kind of give you an overview of what you have going on, if there are days off, vacations, if you have test weeks, or we started doing a 6 weeks on, 1 week off schedule, where that 1 week off is where we focus a lot on passion projects. So that would be good to put there as well. My kids always do better with a plan. They like to know what's going on. They like to know what's coming up. And so, not that there's no spontaneity at all, but just to have an idea of what is ahead so that they can prepare themselves for it. Then we get into this educational snapshot, and there is a code over here to scan for more ideas on how to use the page. I didn't notice that if that was on any other pages. I think that was the first page that it had a scan code. So it has subject, tools used, duration, how often, and there are 8 of these. I think that this would be really, really good if you are working on specific projects and what you need for those projects. I mean, obviously you could also use this for English. What are the resources that you're using for English? How often are you doing it? But I think for project planning, passion projects especially, I think that this would be really, really good. And there are 8, so for 8 months or 8 6-week terms or whatnot, I think that would be really interesting. And I am actually interested to see what other ideas they have for this page. Then there is an attendance sheet. It has the 12 months up at the top that obviously are not labeled, and then you can just check off each day that you do school. So they have a little legend: S for school, C for co-op, E for extracurricular, T for trip, field trip, and H for holiday. And then you move into the calendar section. And so the first page in the calendar section says focus, things I want to focus on. This is dot grid. I'm not sure if it will come through on the camera or not. And then things I am praying for. So a prayer list, and it alternates white, green. And then you move into your monthly calendar. And so it is undated, completely undated. It has a Sunday start, and it has a blank notes page over on the side here. So you can start this planner at any month, which I think is really good. Then it has a weekly checklist. You can write the week of and your assignments Monday through Friday, and then the weekend. It has volunteer or field study and how much time you are doing that, which I think is really good. We do community service. It's not a requirement in our state, but it is something that I keep track of specifically for Emma for transcripts. But I like that they are starting to designate volunteer or field study and days and hours. This would also be good if you're doing like any type of an apprenticeship or learning a new skill or whatnot. Some notes section. I'm not a huge fan of this being not straight across. But that's just me. And then it has some habits and space for some other habits that you want to work on: quiet time, scripture memory, personal care, chores, tidy room, practice, read for fun, and then 3 that you can fill in on your own. This is not a ton of space to write in, and so it might be a little bit harder for middle school to write something in. You could obviously, if you have a label maker, you could print something out or a sticker and put it here, just because this is very small writing. There are some Bible verses here. Then it has a word of the week: justification, saved from the punishment of sin, the act of showing something to be right. And then it has your subjects, and you, I guess, check off when you do the subject during the week. Grow in grace and knowledge, evaluation. So there's a self-evaluation and a parent evaluation. Uses time wisely, turns in quality schoolwork, shows initiative and independence, shows respect for authority, shows brotherly love and affection, shows Christian attitude and behavior. Next week, I want to change or do better at. And so it gives you a chance to reflect on yourself, and then for the parents to also do that. I'm not sure I would do that. I'm not into grading as much, but that's just me. And then it continues on. You have weekly checklist, word of the week, your subjects, what you're doing, habits, all of that kind of stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. And then a reflection page: best things that happened this month, ways I have seen God moving this month, and then you move into the next month. And so this doesn't have a tab on it for designating different calendar months. You could definitely just get some tabs and put them on here to label whatever month you start in. Although it does have this calendar as the first month, you could take one of those month label stickers and just cover this part, and then go through and add your own tabs for easy turning. Then you go into your focus page. Again, things I want to focus on, things I'm praying for, your monthly calendar, which you have to set up, and then your weekly checklists, the same as the last month. And it has, I think there's going to be 5 for each month, just because some months are 5 weeks. And so you won't necessarily use every weekly checklist. It's just going to depend how you set up your calendar with your students. So each month has a divider page that is a little bit thicker, and it has a Bible verse and a little different design on the back. And then that is how it's going to go through all of the months. So that is really, really good. I like that there is a monthly calendar, and then 5 weeks. I do kind of like that it is not dated, because there are definitely months where my kids will not use a calendar. There are seasons when I don't use a calendar either. Specifically the more busy seasons. That's when I just tend to write a brain dump list and go for it. I don't really plan anything. But so this could, it could end up going for longer than a year if you wanted it to. So I didn't count. I think there were 12 months. And then it has a field trip section. So it has states, capital, and abbreviation, and then there's a field trip evaluation, place visited, the date, what did you learn, what activity did you like the best and why, draw or write something you learned on this trip, what was the most challenging, and then your rating, how fun was the trip, how much did you learn on this trip, would you like to return again, were you a good witness on this trip? And so there are several field trip evaluation pages, which is really nice. And then you get to the records section, and it has the times tables here, which is always good to have. You have a book log, which is really nice. Books I've read this year. My kids actually have, well, my older two have book logs, media log, audiobook, movie, or website. I would count audiobooks as books read. I wouldn't count them as a media log, but that's just a personal preference. Movie or website and what you are doing with that. I think that's actually kind of cool to track your media usage. Academic record, subject, assignment, and grade. We don't really do grades in our homeschool until high school because it's not necessary for our state. It's not required in our state, and I don't think that it's necessary. Attendance, first semester, second semester for the year. Subjects, how many days you did each subject, and then for the year. Character development, what you worked on. Grading system, again, more attendance record. I'm not sure what the grading system is. Maybe how you track your grades or how a parent tracks grades. Then it has some life skills, which I think this is great. It has 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, life skills, and then year-end totals for your volunteer and field study. And then a year-end review, which it's a few questions. What amazing things did God do in your life this year? Goals, look back at your goals. What goals did you achieve this year? Habits, what habits did you develop? What subject was your favorite and why? And then just some year-end review dot grid to draw or write out an end-of-year review. Then there is a little folder in the back as well, and this is the end. So obviously it is geared towards Christians, but I think that the content itself is really good, especially for middle school. I think that this would just give a lot of accountability, especially with the assignments. There isn't a ton of space to write on here. I don't have my little ruler. Let me see. So it is a little over 1.5 inches. So that is not a ton of space, but either they can write really small or the parent could fill it in and then the child could check it off. Yes, so this is the middle school planner. And then this is the high school planner. Again, I went with just the neutral, like navy cover design. It does come with a ruler like the middle school one, name and year, some stickers, the how to use this book. Oh, it does have a scan code, and actually, does this one have a scan code at the beginning? Yes, this one also has a scan code at the beginning for how to use the planner, which I think is helpful. A bunch of icon stickers. These are different: study, test day, book due, friend date, co-op, due today, show, concert, speech, practice, and then some little icon stickers, some Bible verses, some arrows, some just little paper clips and balloons. And then this also has the months listed out, 3 sets of the months. Youth group, don't forget big day, birthday stickers, dentist, doctor, payday, some holiday stickers. And then you move into the planner section. There's an About Me, which I think is exactly the same as the middle school version. Same with the annual goals, first semester goals, second semester goals, and then habits. I think this is actually exactly the same as the middle school planner, except I think these little icons are a little bit different here. Then you have your year at a glance, and then academic planner and record. I am a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, which year it is. First semester course name / description, credits earned, final grade. I really like this. Second semester course name, description, credits earned, final grade. High school course ideas, which I really like this page quite a bit. And it says scan code for more ideas and information. So I'm definitely going to take a look at this. Language arts, math, Bible, social studies, science, electives. This is really, really good, I think. Give you some ideas. Educational snapshot. This is similar. It does have the scan code, subject, tools used, duration, how often, and it does have 8 sections. Again, I do really think that this would be good for passion projects that your student is working on. I think that is what I would probably encourage my kids to use this section for, but I really do like this. And then your attendance record, and then you move into your calendar. And so the focus page is a little bit different. Something I'm doing this month to prepare for my future, upcoming deadlines and big projects, things I'm praying for, habits I will focus on this month, physical, spiritual, intellectual. I like that there are goals and habits included in this monthly focus page, kind of getting ready for the month. And I would do this during my monthly reset day with my kids, or I would do it during my conference day, which is usually the following day, just to get ready for the next month. I do like to do that for myself, so incorporating my kids into that is also very helpful. And then you move into your undated calendar. Again, it is Sunday to Saturday, and there's this blank notes section on the side, and then you get into your weekly planning pages. And so it's very similar to the middle school. There's just a little bit more here. So a few more lines for daily assignments. It does talk about habits, but you get to choose your own habits instead of the habits that they have written out for you here. There are quotes, but this is not a Bible verse, but maybe there are different ones. So you have Monday through Friday, and then the weekend. You have place for 8 habits, and then you have your subjects, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm not sure what the star is for. If you just, I'm not entirely sure. I would have to look at that. Or maybe it's just different parts of the day. I don't know. Evaluation, what went great, what could be better. And then you have 5 of these weekly responsibilities. Let's see. It looks like it's encouraging quotes at the top instead of Bible verses, but maybe, yeah, this one has Bible verses at the bottom here. But this one has inspiring quotes or Bible verses. So there's 5 weekly spreads, your blank monthly calendar, and then you get to your reflection section, best things that happened this month, ways I have seen God moving this month, accomplishments, things I learned, spiritually, relationally, physically, volunteer and field study, days / hours that you did that, and then you move into your next monthly section. It's a very neutral planner. This one is gray, and the other one was kind of like green and gold. Let me see. Well, this is blue. Or is this? Yeah, this is more navy. This is kind of gray. And then, okay, and then it does have like this gold color as well. So this is how it's going to be throughout all of the months. And you get the 12 months. They are undated, so you can start this planner at any time. The color scheme kind of alternates between the blue, the gray, and the gold, or tan. I don't know what color you would really call that. But this is really, really nice. I like this a lot. Again, it does have the thicker divider pages between the months, but they do not have tabs on them. So you could certainly get tabs and then use the stickers from the front of the book to label the different months if you wanted to do that. Yeah, so then you get to the end of the calendar and it is moving into a career section, which is a little bit different because this moved into field trips next. So this career section says career ideas. I've always dreamed of doing or becoming a little speech bubble. God has uniquely gifted me to serve him and others by things I'm really good at, strengths, weaknesses. I want my future family life to look like this. I want my future financial life to look like this. And then it has some people who have interesting careers, name and job description, some things I absolutely know I'd never want to do, which I think is good to know. Things I'm interested in, list as many things as you can. Careers that fit this interest or these interests. Career planning. Pick your top choices and research everything you can about that career. Option 1, explore more, yes or no. Pros, cons, schooling needed. How could you use this to serve the Lord? What will your family life be like? What will your financial life be like? Option 2. Option 3, option 4, option 5, option 6, and then career exploration, career idea. How can you explore this career personally? Job shadow, volunteer work, interview a person in this field, etc. Do you know anyone you could reach out to for this? What I learned about this career. After you've had the opportunity to personally explore this career option, rate each item below. Fits my interests, fits my gifts, talents, fits my spiritual goals, fits my family goals, fits my financial goals, others, other comments, and then, you rate each of these. Another career exploration. So I really like that this has all of this career exploration information. I think that that's really helpful. I think that kids do not get a lot of direction as to what to do after high school in the public schools. Personally, they just are there to get their coursework done, and there isn't a lot of exploration of careers. At least that was my experience when I was in high school. It was kind of like you were either put on the college track, which is the track that I went on, or the vocational track. And so maybe the vocational students got a little bit more help, but it didn't really have like a hybrid approach, people that are going to college or people that want to be entrepreneurs. I really like this, and this is something that Emma and I have been talking a lot about recently, just to kind of help her figure out what direction she wants to go. Then there is a records section with the book log, academic record. This is not a very long book log. I know that technically you read longer books in high school, but my kids would fill this up very easily. Academic record. Attendance record, character development, grading system, more. What is this on the other side? So there's two for academic. There's two sections for attendance and character development and the grading system. It has life skills, self-care, home management, time and money management, spiritual, social, academic. Year-end totals for your volunteer and field study work, and then year-end totals worked at, job description, list of responsibilities, start date, end date, total time, reference, phone, and email. This is really good to have, I think, just to give you some more people that you can contact for references and whatnot. And then a year-end review. What amazing things did God do in your life this year? Goals. Look back at your goals. What goals did you achieve? Habits. What habits did you develop? What subject was your favorite and why? And then dot grid space to do year-end review. And then your folder at the back. So these are the two planners. I do believe they have a kids planner as well, but I already got a kids planner for Lucy from Erin Condren, so I wasn't going to purchase another one. I really like these planners quite a bit. I think that if you are looking for a secular planner, obviously this wouldn't be it. However, I think you could kind of just ignore some of this stuff and utilize some of the same resources, but I really do like these, and I don't think that it has too much. I really do like how they have the list sections for the planning, because this is how we plan our week. I think that the sections themselves are a little bit small for kids to write in. I feel like kids have a little bit larger writing, specifically in middle school, and obviously elementary school. At least my kids, my lefty really does. Yes, so these are the two planners that I got from Not Consumed. I really like them. I think that they are good quality. The paper obviously is not Erin Condren quality. It's quite thin, but I think that it would work just fine for middle school and high school. I will leave links for these planners in the description box. If you have questions about anything that I mentioned, please let me know in the comments, or you can email me. My contact form is always in the description box. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.